Hey y'all, Temple McGuffin here, and welcome to another unboxing. Today we got something different with LEGO Star Wars 75386 Paz Vizsla, a Moff Gideon battle set. So yeah, I do like LEGO. I've been looking at collecting some of the, not all the sets for LEGO Star Wars, because some stuff like this, like with the train and stuff, I'm not too much interested in, but I do enjoy a lot of the ships and stuff like that, so I might actually get those sets. But the main feature and the reason why I got this set is because I actually do want to collect the minifigures, and yeah, the minifigs are can be sometimes expensive. Like for this set here, the minifigs are kind of the main draw in for this set, so you actually get like if I bought the set separately when it was on sale, the minifigs individually would almost cost me as much as the set. So I was just kind of like, well, I might as well get the set. But you'll see in a little bit here why that can be a problem when you're trying to collect these things. Just got two push tabs. That's what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be push tabs. You push back in here. That one kind of pops in. This one kind of, there we go. And it opens up like this. But these things don't open up perfectly, I find. There we go. That's a little bit better. But yeah, I do like almost all cardboard for the outside now. There's quite a bit of pieces. I'm going to see if I can get this completed or built. I might maybe have to pause the video and just do a quick build off camera to get it completed. But yeah, it's just from the back there. And if someone who's probably seen the front and the back, you might have realized what the possibly the issue is. I thought to most of my desk here, just kind of went flying. Oh my god, and there's actually stickers for it. That is so crappy. So yeah, we got bags 1, 2, and 3. Hopefully, I believe in these newer sets, I believe they actually have the bags. Yeah, they do. They actually have the bags numbered and separated, so that's cool to know. So we'll put bags 2 and 3 down here. Aside on the floor for now. We'll keep the stickers there in case we need it. Oh, look at that. The first bag you're going to have the minifigures, it looks like. So I'm going to do, just to try to, I'm going to try, I'm trying to see if I can have something to hold this open so that way I'm not, oh, whatever. Oh my god. Okay, nothing left in that bag. And we got a bunch of little pieces in this bag. It also does not like to open. There we go. So to start off, we got the minifigure here, which is a Mandalorian. I said, I know a lot of people usually either do speed builds or they try to do other things. I'm just trying something different here. We'll see how this works. Well, I got his helmet, but where is his head now? Unless his head's actually in this one. Oh, it is. That's interesting. So he's just got a black, he actually doesn't, wow. So they actually didn't give him a face underneath. He's just got like a black circular head all the way around. And then he wears his helmet. I mean, I guess it, I guess lore-wise that actually does make sense, because you really wouldn't actually know what all these characters actually look like, technically. Because they're not supposed to be removing their helmets, of course, right? So There's supposed to be another little piece here, like a little black piece that kind of similar to this one looks. This is the one thing when you have Lego here, you kind of get things, you look for it, and then you're kind of like, wait, what's... Well, let's see if I can get it. And of course, I dropped my first piece. Luckily, it's bright yellow piece, and I can see it very easily from where I'm sitting. Nope. Feels like there's something in the pages here. Okay, I think this is it here. I think it's actually more of a gray piece than a black as it shows in the instructions. Because that's the closest piece I can find. That's like the piece I'm actually trying to look for. So we'll snap them together for now. And then it looks like on the bottom here we have two different pieces that go on. I don't know if it is those same pieces or not, but we're just going to end up dumping these all out. As risky as this is for these little pieces, but... No, it does show in there that they're the same. They all should be the same color, so I guess it's probably just the way that they make this thing look on here. They don't feel like they snap in that tight. I'd be worried about over the long haul about the pieces coming off. And this is supposed to be for his gun, I believe. Looks like, yeah. Ooh. Very tight snap. There we go. Shows put it like this. And there should be a little foot, and there we go. That goes in. Should be a long piece now. Oh, this might be it right here, actually. I thought it was like a peg. Kind of is, but it's just only on one side. But that doesn't seem like it fits in there. Is there another piece supposed to go on there, or is that just supposed to... Oh, maybe that just clicks. Okay, never mind. I got it confused. So this bottom piece actually goes underneath it. This is supposed to go in here, which still feels very effing tight. And I don't know, it shows like it's a clear piece there, but it looks like one of these pieces. Maybe one of these orange ones. I imagine it would be the orange one here. And they're just not using proper... I don't think they use proper color coding for this set and this instructions, because it looks kind of weird. I guess you're supposed to hold his gun like this, and then he just kind of makes it look like he's holding it like that. That's his little cannon. And then he can turn his head, of course, like this. And if this will zoom in properly. Move my light here a little more. There we go. Not too bad. It's got a nice little design on him. But yeah, I'll show off the figure here. It's definitely going to take a little bit longer, and it's a little bit hard to try to do this with the camera in front of me. So I'm going to pause. I'll come back. We'll have this part of the section, whatever this part is. I don't know if this is all in one or if it's going to have other bags too added on. But yeah, I'll get up to where this bag finishes, and yeah, we'll start back there. All right. All right, we are back, and it is finished, at least this part of it. So there's, to start with, there's two stickers. There's one right here. Oop, that's... And then there's another that's a little hard to see because of how dark this is with this enclave, but there's this one right there. Yeah, but this sticker doesn't look too bad. It actually kind of blends in a little bit nicely. Like, you can see a little bit, like, because of the dark, how dark it is there. It's not really as noticeable until you shine a light inside. This one, though, like, you can tell, like, it does not match the color of the plastic, like, almost at all. It's a completely different color gray that just really doesn't come through. And, you know, as Lego fans, that's one thing I know a lot of people dislike is their use of colors, especially with how expensive the sets have gotten over the years, or have kept over the years too, is that they feel like they should just continue using stickers, or especially in the collector's edition sets, you know, ones that are supposed to be a premium. You know, they don't understand why they still use stickers in those sets even sometimes, and they just don't opt out and just actually make printed sets, because, you know, if you're making those in more expensive sets and you're making them limited quantities, just don't do stickers for them. Or at least, if you're going to do stickers, do some high quality ones, like some of the ones you might see partnered with Gundam model kits and stuff, like the water slide decals and stuff. Those would actually be really cool, because also too, they're also a lot more easy to adjust. These ones are just like a basic sticker backing, so as soon as you stick it in one spot, it almost wants to adhere right away. It makes it very hard to slide around, and it shouldn't be like that. They should have a sticker that you can move around a little bit gently, and until you press it firmly, then it seals, almost from like kind of the heat transfer from your fingertip. But yeah, this is the first part completed for it. And then into the next set here, it looks like we're doing Moff Gideon. And those are the little extra pieces we had left. And there's just him again. all completed. But yeah, we'll just put these things up there for now. And we'll get into the second bag. So it looks like each of these bags gets their own little small mini pieces here. Okay, got it all there. So we'll just do Moff Gideon first quickly. And then I'll pause it again and we'll go back into and I'll build the rest off set. And I probably won't do this for every set. I'll probably try to get a setup done so that way I can actually properly show everything being done. And there should be, it's in here, it's actually a and again, this is one of those things. So as you look here, you can't really see the design too well. It almost looks like a solid black piece. But it's actually this little stud part. There is two of them in there. But it's supposed to be on his backpack here. Just like that. And there is Moff Gideon. Not too bad on the face there. One of my favorite too, Moff Gideon has become of the newer Disney Star Wars characters. Really, really enjoy his character. But yeah, you might have noticed something there, and I'll bring it up towards the end about one special difference about this guy. And yeah, it's one of those things I already knew getting into trying to collect minifigures, but yeah, it's something I'll bring up at the end. So pause it again. We'll go back. I'll go back and finish into this because this is the rest of for this base and stuff. I believe the third bag is probably going to have a little bit more, plus the two troopers. Our guardsmen. I can't remember. But yeah, we'll get into that there in a sec. All right, bye. All right, I'm back again. I haven't, I'm just finished up basically this part for this thing. So this is the one thing that's kind of annoying. They had to print a piece for this piece here. But then, as you can see in the inside where they had that other one, they have another sticker like this here. I honestly don't know why they just didn't mold it. Same with these ones up here. These are other stickers from the first set. I don't know why they just didn't mold these. Because, I mean, with how many of these sets they make... Sorry about my thing there. It's trying to... Apparently my sim does not want to work quietly. My focus doesn't want to work quietly. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so, but yeah, for how many they make of these things, you would think they would actually make a printed set properly there. But yeah, they don't. And I could tell just by looking at the front there, this one is a little bit slightly off, but I mean, shit like that happens. I hate that, but like, whatever. And part of the reason why I didn't do this is because we have this little guy here, which is supposed to be like a droid, and he has this little thing inside here that just, yeah, just rattles like that, and just comes on top. But yeah, I wanted to show that before sit them on here. He just kind of sits on like this spot here. You just kind of sit him either there or just kind of like, so he's just on the side there, whatever. But yeah, you can snap him in there, or you can just hove him. So he looks like he's kind of going in the door here, like. But yeah. The other thing is too is that besides the stickers being for, I guess, the rest of this, not just for that first bag, there's this little single gray tile here. This one here was actually in the first bag, but I needed it for this set. Same with this red light here on this part too. So that's something actually to watch out for, is that just because they're in different numbered bags doesn't mean all those parts or extra parts are just needed for that. I do still have some extra parts here, but yeah, just something just to pay attention for when you're doing a build with these sets. Because, yeah, that would have been helpful to know. But anyways, I'll put the droid over here with them. And actually, I don't know, too. I might include the droids as a minifigure for these things, because they are technically part of the set. They are technically supposed to be, like... And some droids do come as minifigures, so I figured I'm not going to include some droids and exclude some others. And I might even do something special, like if I do collect them too, I probably might actually do maybe a separate display just for the droids and a separate one just for the minifigs, just to kind of alleviate. But yeah, third and final day. Same thing as before, we'll just try to get through these little minifigs quickly, and these guys do come with a weapon too. So these ones are the Imperial Praetorian Guard. And they both I believe look exactly the same. They just have the different weapons. So yeah, they both kind of look the same. And then they each just have their little weapons here. So yeah, he's got like a kind of like a double staff. And this one I believe is supposed to be almost like a stun baton type thing. Ooh. Luckily there's another piece here. That piece did not stick on too tight. Don't think I'll need that other piece if I'm lucky, because that should be an extra one, but do just have to be careful here. These other ones. I always hate dealing with these little studs. And yeah, that's this guy's. A little stun baton. And it does show that, yeah, that's just all light. But yeah, that's going into the next part. So I'll pause it again. We'll go into the rest of the build, and I'll show what the complete set looks like. All right, so we are finally here to the end. And this is the turret. I was going to show this before I put it on. I already lost one of the studs because this thing shoots pretty damn strong. Anyone who's used these stud launchers or anything like this always knows that these things shoot pretty fast, pretty hard. So, and that one went on the floor too. Yeah, they shoot pretty hard. They luckily give you a bunch of extra studs here just in case. Like, I think there were 7, 8 of them. But yeah, I just wanted to show that off quickly. So this actually just goes on the top here. But before I do that, a cool little thing it actually shows in the instructions, besides the stud launchers there, it actually shows that, hey, there is some play features. So for this part here, it's showing that you can, of course, lift this up for the gate. And then you can put this here, and that just helps hold the gate up. So if you want the gate open, there it is. And then you just let that go, and there we go. Now it's back down. But yeah, I'm actually kind of impressed. Like, the gate actually looks pretty good now that it's all together. Of course, bare bones on this side, but you know, it's mainly to be played from the front. And I do like that. Oh, this thing too does not sit in right on the, like, really tight. It's just like a little flagpole piece, but it doesn't sit on this kind of spot there really good. It shows to put this into, just to let people know, for the lamppost, in first, and then put the flagpole on. I recommend actually setting the flagpole on first, and then just setting this on top. And the reason why is because since this actually is just like a through and through, this piece, the see-through piece, you actually probably would push the stud off if you try doing it the other way. So just so people don't lose anything. Yeah, just go back to the instructions here quickly. I just wanted to show something. So yeah, so one of the things, and this is the reason why I haven't put the turret on yet, is that it actually shows if you want to put your extra studs and everything, you can actually hide them in here underneath the turret. So I'm actually going to use that feature to actually hide all these extra little parts underneath the turret and just put the turret on top. And then, yeah, they'll just help safeguard things a little bit. So that's actually kind of cool. It does show, like, you can put, like, even some of the extra pieces down here and stuff as rubble, and there's, like, the little droid that's kind of blown up. But, yeah. Usually I would put these, like, in a Ziploc bag with something else, but I mean, the fact that they made a play feature like this to basically, like, oh, put your extra stuff in there, I'm going to use it because look at this. Now it's perfectly in hidden in the set as the lamppost falls off again. Yeah, that lamp, this little spot here is not that good. But yeah, that's actually pretty cool that they did that. I really like that. So yeah, it shows like the little, there's all the figures together, so you can actually, of course, have, you know, one of the figures up here just sitting down. There's just like a little thing there, so you just pull like this. I'm not going to put them in too tight, but yeah. And one of the things it also shows off too is that, hey, there's this other set, and you can combine them together to just expand it a little bit. Yeah, and I am going to get that other set too, just because, you know, it's of course got other minifigs with it, but yeah. Yeah, like I said, these little, like, diorama sets, I'm not too interested in the landscapes and stuff that much. I mean, it's one of those difficult things because, like, I do want more of the minifigures. I probably actually might, knowing that both those sets go together, I might get both of them, see how they look together, and maybe I might have a small display of them or something just for, but I'm not that interested in it. But going back to the minifigs themselves, We get 4, obviously, and these are the main reason why I bought this set, because these things, like Moff Gideon himself, can be, he varies in price, but he can be about 20 bucks from this set. So, you know, almost half the price of the set just for one minifig. I paid about $41 on sale for this set. But yeah, and we get the little droid. And this is one of the things I'm going to bring into that's, you know, I already knew going into collecting minifigs, but if I want every variation of a minifig, here's one of the issues. Yes, he has hair for when he's not wearing his helmet. It's accurate to the show because he does have hair. But that also means now if I want to complete a set of minifigures for this guy, I don't want to get every variation. I now have to get a second version of him, which means I still have to pay like 20 bucks just to get a second copy of him, just so I can have one copy of him with the helmet and one copy with him in the hair. That's going to be a thing for quite a few different characters, for either unmasked, masked or unmasked, if they have different lightsabers, if they have other little things. But yeah, oh, there's another little piece there just found. But yeah, that's going to be huge putting attention. I already knew that going into this endeavor, that was going to be a thing that's going to happen. But yeah, it's just something that I know other people probably already noticed right away through the video when they seen it. Like, you skipped over like a thing there. There's a little extra. Yeah, that's why I skipped over it and saved it for the end, because it's something always to mention there, and it's something always to warn people of, that when you get into these kind of things, is that if you're looking at getting every variation with different characters with different weapons or looks or features, this is something that you're going to have to do. And there's some of them that even have slightly different color variations. I know. I think one of the more famous ones, I think, was from a Qui-Gon Jinn set. I think they had one where it was more like a reddish color, another one that was more like a brown color. So yeah, it's stuff like that you really have to look for. And it's also what can make these things kind of expensive to get into, because especially when you're collecting the minifigs, like, you know, there can be so many different variations. There can be some of them that you actually have to basically piece together from other sets to make almost custom ones in a way, to if you want to make like a custom variation of a character that was seen in the show or the movie or something else, but it's not really available in a traditional set as a whole. So yeah. But yeah, love this big little, like, almost like Gatling laser cannon or something like that. Like, yeah. But yeah, let's look at this, and we'll just do one last look at the whole set there. I love how they actually do this. It's not actually like a turn wheel anymore. So I'll actually see if I can pull this off here. Yeah, there we go. So they actually do it like this now. So it's actually got like a circular piece like this. And yeah, it just goes right on there. And then this just sits on, and then this just slides around on that. Really cool. I like it a lot better than the old turn wheels, because, it does still turn very easily, but it also doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like extremely loose like some of them got. So quite nice. And I do like, again, with the play feature with the gate, I do like that quite a bit. Very nice. And then the gate itself actually does look pretty good for what it is, for just standard gray pieces, because it's actually got enough of a design and like look from the front. Yeah. But yeah, that's this for something a little different. I'll probably won't do these videos for these type of things all the same like this one did. Like I said, I'm still kind of I've never done like a Lego unboxing or like a Lego build on camera before, so I'm probably gonna try to see if I can get something else. I really want to get like a new camera that a lot easier to record, and I can also do an extended, a long like length. I can do multiple hours and hours, so that way I can actually do a whole entire build all on camera and then just speed it up for people to watch. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this, and see you next time.